moving on. Okay.
Those were yours.
You got
The
part.
background sound effects
Yes,
would be great.
There you go.
On your 75th birthday.
Yeah.
That's all you want?
You have literally been there my entire life.
Yeah.
You have picked me up. You have dropped me. You have told me what I should do, and you have told me I am doing just fine. You have told me to put on a suit and tie when I could not understand all the fuss. And when we got to the church, all I could think of was to help you. I'm going to kill a dog. You finished what I thought was school before I even started it.
Well, sound great.
You brought someone new into the house while I was told to guard the door.
Yeah.
You were an adult when everyone else I knew had siblings. You were where I needed to go more than even our parents could tell me. Mom and Dad were mom and dad. They were always an adult. They were always successful. They were always there. For me, you were the lead. You were doing things that set the standard for what I simply expected to follow. There was no debate. You were going on beyond what I saw as school, and therefore that was what I was going to do. You were in front, and it was not just school. You had lived a part of our family's life I would never know. Pictures of people you knew, were held by, were kissed by, were just that, pictures to me. I had to ask who they were while you had known them and had been loved by them. You lived in places that everyone at every family party I went to as a child talked about with warmth, joy, and fond memories. I wondered what my stories would sound like and who I would remember in that way, but because of you, I knew that there would be stories and memories and love. I could see it because you were there, and you showed me that it had happened to you. And in my mind, at least, it had to happen to me. You cannot begin to understand how important that is. As I got older, whatever sibling rivalry there was changed to realization. Realization that you had done it right. You had worked hard. You had fought battles that I would never have to fight, and you had persevered. You had built a life that I could admire, ask for advice about, and was at once a marvel and a goal. When I arrived at college and had finally left the cloister that was Williamsville, I understood by comparison that what our family had was wonderful and unusual. I was the happy beneficiary of all that Mom and Dad had built and that you had lovingly maintained and grew. Most of my contemporaries only had their parents to look to, but I not only had them, I had you and Jack. From the time I was 10 years old, I was coming to your house for dinner, coming to your house for a holiday. This was not just a single event. This was something that Mom and Dad gave to you as a responsibility. That was not anything even remotely like what my friends were doing with their sisters. And I found in college that it was even more than that. When we laughed, others yelled. Where we grew together in times of trouble, others reveled in the competitive loss of status of their siblings. Where we came together to celebrate nearly everything of importance in our lives, others found reasons to find fault and insult. Even in times of our greatest sorrow, we wondered at the fact that we had simply pulled together as a family and dealt with it together. No rancor, no competition, just love and support. This could not have been done without you. Let me say that again. Without you leading me in the way how our entire family, not just Mom and Dad, was expected to act, I would have been lost. You were first. You set the standard and have never failed to meet its high bar. 75 years is a long time. It's long enough to be somebody wonderful. It's long enough to be wise. It's long enough to have a love that has survived brats guarding the door. And long enough to finally teach that brat how to grow, learn, and love for himself. It is not long enough. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be surrounded by everyone you love and enjoy that they are there. May you laugh. May you cry tears only of joy. May you be blessed with your heart's desire. It is only fitting that this be true, because you have given all of that and more to your family. Happy birthday.